good. Yeah. Like the first lap, I was like, okay, let's see.
When you get up there, it's all fine. It's so balanced. I don't even know where to start. It's, I mean, it's just a complete different animal.
Yeah, it was my first time, you know, jumping into a cup car, and obviously we drove with Chase the first run. Then jumping in with Kevin, was a bit more afraid.
The cup cars are a lot heavier. You know, Formula One cars are super stiff, aerodynamic race cars. You know, all the grip is generated from aerodynamics, whereas a cup car is all mechanical.
No, I was surprised about how much grip you had actually. I mean, you know, I wasn't expecting it to be this agile. I mean, you know, I was always envisioning it being super heavy, lazy, and bouncy over the curbs.
It's just a complete different discipline. It's a little bit like if you're a skateboarder and you go on rollerblades.
It's been really cool. I mean, they've been super laid back. I mean, I think Magnussen, I mean, he just wanted to get in the thing and drive it. He was just pumped up and ready to go. And you know, how they've adapted to the car has been extremely impressive. And it's just amazing to kind of compare notes on what they think their car is like compared to these. And it's just, you know, totally different race cars, but you're kind of learning, you know, what's similar and what's different.
It's cool to see them take to stock cars and them really like it.
Cars tracking left and
I was
right.
gonna say, I was just gonna say, like the braking feels so weird because you like try to steer and like downshift, and then the car goes like, hey.
Jesper used to be that. You should experience wheel hop.
Well, it's really cool to have the Haas guys here and give them, honestly, an experience of a lifetime. I mean, taking around in a cup car and a Mustang, I mean, you know, they're the reason why we're here. I mean, without them and their support, we wouldn't be racing. So to give them a great experience and give them a ride of a lifetime is pretty awesome.
Absolutely awesome.
Awesome ride.
Yeah, we got to take them for a few laps. I drove some of these guys in the cup car, which I thought was pretty cool to be able to give some laps to people that I assume have never been in a race car before.
Absolutely amazing. This is a great event. You know, they have great machines, they have great customer service.
It shows that they really care about their, number one, their race fans, more importantly, their customers that have their machines.
And, you know, talk with Gunther and Mick and Kevin, just, I cannot begin to thank them enough for it. This has been absolutely wonderful.
The belts are the hardest part. Get you good and comfortable there. You good?
Of course they do.
How do I look like this?
It's different, that's for sure.
I think it was quite exciting to see. I mean, I've never been to this side of the factory.
So there's still some specific things that you do for road course.
A little bit, yes.
But you know, I always get impressed with, you know, the operation and the organization, you know, how organized it all is here.
Also, now, from one team is kind of spread out in between, you know, some people work here, some people work in Ferrari, in Maranello, in Italy, and then there's another group in Dallara.
Right, the builds
Which is also in Italy.
Gotcha.
So they're kind of spread out in a few different places.
So this is the hauler, obviously. Back door is an elevator for the car.
Yes.
Car rolls here, goes up, stored in the top. Every spare that we have for the car, even down to the nuts and bolts, all that is stored in this trailer.
Yeah. When you're from, you know, motorsport in Europe, when you've grown up in that space, you know, you kind of forget that there is this motorsport world over here in the States that is just equally as impressive as the top motorsport in Europe.
It's quite awesome, you know, seeing the cars getting built from scratch basically, and you know, torn apart right after the race to be put back together for the next race. So
when was that, 19, wasn't it?
2017. So this car is actually 5 years old now. Like, this is exactly how it came off the track when we won with it. You see how beat up and tore up it is. All the crews signed it. Kind of crazy. All the confetti, all the beer, champagne, everything's
awesome.
still on it.
yeah, awesome having this tour, getting to see how NASCAR operates.
It's super impressive, and yeah, it's somehow very pure. You know, it's down to the wire racing and performance.